Today we're going to talk about how to make money with your camera no matter what city you live in. Now I hear people say a lot of times that if I don't live in LA or if I don't live in New York or something like that, then I can't make that much money with my camera, or I don't have those opportunities that those people have. And they may be true to a certain extent, but there are also downsides to living in those cities too. So I'm going to tell you how you can make money no matter where you stay. The first thing we're going to talk about is small businesses. No matter what city you live in or what town you live in, most likely there are small businesses. Actually, you might have more small businesses in smaller towns and cities than you do in big cities. Everybody knows about Walmart and everybody knows about Target and places like that, but those small businesses really rely on marketing, and that's when your skills come in handy. And you have to think about it like this. If a brand feels like what you bring to the table can make them more money, then there's no way they're going to turn you down. So think about something like a restaurant that might be in your town that's just opened, or it's a small restaurant that doesn't really have that much clientele. How can you help them out with their business and help yourself out at the same time? Well, one thing you can do is imagine a restaurant that doesn't have a picture menu. How many times you go to a restaurant and it's just a list of names of items that they have, but you don't know what anything looks like? I don't know about you, but personally, if I have pictures of what I want to order, I'm more likely to buy it. If you help them display themselves better, then 9 out of 10 times they're going to continue to use you in the future. Another good example would be car lots. I'm pretty sure they sell cars somewhere around your area. If you look at the listings, then 9 out of 10 times the salesman probably just took a picture of the cars with their cell phone. So you have these brand new cars or these used cars that they're really trying to push and sell to the people, and they just have regular old cell phone pictures. But if you can give them higher quality pictures without them having to put in as much effort to do so, then your services may be valuable to them. Another good thing is it's very simple, so it's not going to require tons of editing and stuff like that. You just want to have good, nice pictures for them to put on their website of the vehicles. And since car lots always want to sell cars, they're always going to want pictures. Also, you can help out with the pricing, because since you're going to have so much work to do, you don't have to charge as much. So it makes it easier for them to continue to use you while you're making a long-term client. I think another obvious one would be like boutiques and clothing stores and stuff like that. People need pictures of their products, people need pictures of them doing what they do, or videos of them doing what they do. So there's tons of small businesses around, I'm pretty sure, that you can find in your area that will find what you do useful. Just about anything that someone can sell will need some type of marketing image. Number 2 is very obvious, and that's shooting portraits. Now, every city doesn't have a ton of models or something like that for you to shoot. So if you do have models, then I'm pretty sure they're going to need work for their portfolio. You might need work for your portfolio. Social media is another big one, because a lot of people want their Instagram page to look good. A lot of people want their Twitters to look good. They might need YouTube banners made, YouTube intros made. So being able to take pictures of people, and not just models, but just people in general, because a lot of people have a lot of things going on. Some people are business owners, so that ties back into the small business category, but you can take pictures of them for professional headshots. You can take pictures of marketing influencers. You have senior pictures, you have grad pictures. I'm pretty sure everyone has a school nearby at least. So basically you have an entire graduation class from every school that's nearby that may be needing senior pictures, or graduation pictures if you have a college or something nearby. Another thing you can do with that is make somebody a brand ambassador. So if you have somebody that's very popular at a local high school, so you can do their senior pictures and give them a cut of the profit from every one that they recommend to you. Even if it's a small school and it's like 50 people graduating and you only get 5 of them, that's 5 more people than you had at first, and all 5 of those people will have family, and you never know what kind of family events or something that may be going on too. So definitely keep that one in mind. The third way will be events, and events are very good for getting your name out there. Like I just said, if you have a family gathering to shoot, then you have aunts and uncles and grandmas and grandpas, cousins and stuff like that, and they might need something, or someone may be getting married later or something like that. So family events are great. A lot of small towns have festivals that may pertain to something that's known in your area or something like that. Go to a festival, shoot pictures, find out how to get those pictures in front of the people who were their faces, and 9 out of 10 times they're going to share it. Concerts is another one. If a local band is playing or a celebrity artist is in town or something like that, go shoot pictures, take pictures of not only what's going on stage, but of the people's reaction. You have people who do event marketing and event planning that want to show that they can fill up a venue and want to show that they can have people having a good time. So showing the crowd reaction can be more important than showing the artists is on stage, because if it's a big time celebrity and you're shooting them on stage, then I'm pretty sure they have a million other pictures of them doing the same thing. But that crowd is very important, and that crowd is very specific to that area. Not only are people in that crowd from that area, but the event was thrown in that area. So all the people who had dealings with that are still in your area. Car shows would be another good one because not only is it an event, but they also bring individual car clubs, which is a group of people, and the spectators as well. So you can get the reaction of the people looking at the cars and stuff like that, checking everything out at the event. You can take pictures of the cars for the people who are in the car club, and all of that would be valuable to the people who put on the car show. So you can knock out 3 birds with 1 stone in that one event. Number 4 is pretty well known, and that's weddings. Weddings, I'm not a fan of doing weddings, but weddings do pay well. They don't happen as often as some of the other things may happen, but weddings is a good source of income. I just don't like dealing with it as much, but some people can make an entire living off just weddings. I would say the average price of a wedding photographer is around $2,000, and sometimes it can go all the way up to about $10,000. So depending on how good you are and depending on the area and the people that you have to deal with, you can make a very good living off of doing weddings. I just personally don't enjoy it as much as other things, but that is another option. And last but not least, and that's selling your work. If you're from a small town or in a location that you feel is very boring, you have to keep in mind that there are other people who live there too. And a lot of them have probably lived there their entire life. So they have a lot of pride and care about their community, no matter how small it is. So if you can capture that in a way that they might want to display on their walls or have printed or something like that, then you can make money off of those pictures. A lot of places have tourism agencies that dedicate a lot of time to making the community or their area look good to attract more people to come to that area. So if you can assist them in any way by showing off the area, maybe drone shots or pictures of certain landmarks or events and festivals that you have going on in the area, sometimes maybe even people hanging out at the park, or some places also have marketing agencies that whole goal is to market other companies in the area. So if you can't reach some of those small businesses, or usually what you will find out is that they have one common source. Sometimes the bigger colleges or the bigger local stores or something like that have one agency that they go to, and the agency handles all of their marketing material. They might create all the marketing material for that college, for that hospital, for that brand or whatever. Because a lot of times the brands don't have time to try to find an individual photographer or individual videographer, finding the actors and talent and stuff like that. So that's the whole goal of the marketing agency. So if you go to the marketing agency and say, hey, I'm a photographer, hey, I'm a videographer, this is my work, this is what I can do, then they might hire you as well and put you on some of the jobs that they have for the bigger clients. So that saves you a whole lot of time and effort in trying to get in contact with these people when you can get contact with the people who supplied them in the first place. Also think about the local government as well. You may have town halls or state capitals or something like that. They might regulate the parks and other facilities around, and they might want to show off different things around the city within like the town hall or the state capitol or something like that. So getting in good with them can also help you, because usually it's a consistent thing. If something happens, or if they build something, or they make improvements on the park or something like that, they're gonna want pictures of it to show off, maybe Facebook pictures or Instagram pictures or something like that. So basically what you need to do is look around and figure out where can your work fit in to benefit someone else. If your work is beneficial to someone else, they will pay for it. So if you can come to a brand or a company or organization or anything like that with work that brings them to a higher level and helps them move forward as a company, then you bring things to the table and now you have a bargaining tool. I think the most important thing to do is make sure you have a nice variety of different jobs. That's part of being an entrepreneur, because like I say, I don't like to do weddings, but weddings pay very good. So maybe I can do a few weddings, maybe a few car shows, maybe I can have a lot of the lower price jobs to fill in the gaps in between and just balance out what makes you happy. Because if I did weddings all the time, I would not be happy. I would not want to pick up my camera. But if I did some of the smaller jobs all the time, then I wouldn't be able to afford to pick up my camera. So you have to balance it out and do what works best for you. The main thing you want to make sure of is that your work matches what you're asking for. If you go to a local magazine company to offer them high quality pictures and headshots and stuff like that for the things in their magazine, and you don't even understand how to work your camera, then you're not that much of a benefit to them. Another thing is you might close that door in the future because you're trying to open it too soon. You come to a company that expects very high quality work and you provide them with something that's low quality, I guarantee you they're not going to call you in the future, even if your work improves. So be sure you're up for the jobs that you're asking for. Don't bite off more than you can chew, because what's going to happen is your name is going to be associated with bad work, and if you stay in a small town, then everyone in the town is going to think you're a person with low quality. The best part about staying somewhere that doesn't have a big industry is that you don't have that much competition. When you go to LA, you have tons of opportunities, but you also have tons of people trying to get those opportunities. So if you stay in a small town, you might not even be that good, but it's better than anyone else in the town can do. So you got the whole town pretty much on lock. So mainly what you want to do is just take advantage of where you stay, take advantage of the things around you, and use your resources. Be smart about the decisions you make and be very aware of what you can bring to the table. And if you can't bring certain things to the table, then you work on those things to be able to bring those to the table, to open those doors that you might not be able to open right now. If you can do those things, then you'll be able to survive no matter what city you're in. And when you do get to go to those bigger cities with more opportunities, you'll stand out from the crowd that's already there. If you have anything else to add, please comment it down below. Make sure you leave me a thumbs up, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram, and I will see you guys next time.